Hey everybody, it's Missy at Missy's Yarniverse and more. Welcome in, welcome in. As promised, um, this is the new segment I want to try out that I am calling Amigurumi Monday because everybody knows I love making amiguramis and I always have some on the hook as well as the hodgepodge of other things, the hospice blankets, other gifts for family, friends, random acts of kindness things, the Wednesday wipeout, the Max's Gut Squares, just a whole lot of projects. So I kind of figured that I would kind of separate the amiguramis and give them their own moment in the sunshine, so to speak. And that way I could kind of let you in on whatever project I'm working on at the moment or on whatever projects that I have finished. And today I actually have several projects that are finished. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I want to show is, I think it was a couple weeks ago, I did a video and I had said that Brian and I had gone to the next town over. They were having this jamboree type thing where it was a bluegrass festival. The Lester Flats celebration or something, I can't quite remember. And it's like Liberty on the Square where they have bluegrass music going on. They had an antique car show going on. They had a bunch of craft vendors. They had vendors set up, like some Amish people were selling their baked goods. They just had a whole plethora of a lot of different booths and things, as well as food. And you could sit and enjoy the music, and it was different groups and everything. Well, Ella with No Catchy Name had a booth over there. She had been prepping for that market for quite a while because it was such a big event over there. And I had told her when we spoke that if we made it over there, I would look for her booth to stop in and say hi. And we actually did. We walked around to pretty much all the booths. I started getting tired and I was hot. But we did find Ella's booth, and I was glad because I was hoping that I could get her big giant black loaf kitty that she had been showing that she got ready for the market. Well, at the time we got over there and I looked at her setup with what she had, the big black loaf kitty was gone. So the other one that was tugging at my heartstrings because I wanted an Ella kitty. And I know I can make them, but I wanted an Ella kitty. And I didn't have any this big because I haven't had a chance to do her tutorial yet. But since the black one was gone, I found the orange one. And with Halloween coming and I like orange, I decided I was going to get the orange kitty from her. And I had it sitting on the table next to in my little yarn corner where I crochet in the living room. And I kept looking at it, and here this giant big loaf kitty orange is looking at me, and I was like, it's a plumpkin. It reminds me of a big fat pumpkin, a plumpkin. So I've been calling her my plumpkin kitty. And with Halloween coming and everything, I figured she needed a little adornment. So I made her a little topper to make her look like a pumpkin because she is a big fat kitty plumpkin. So thank you, Ella, for my kitty. And this is her little adornment. And I didn't attach it permanently in case I wanted to take it off. I just kind of whip stitched it on, and then I tied it with a little bow so that I can take it off later if I want to. But yeah, she's been sitting there, and I've really been enjoying looking at her with the Halloween decorations that I've made and others that we bought and everything. But yeah, this is my little loaf plumpkin. Thank you, Ella. Anyhow, there's that. And like I said, I've been wanting to do her tutorial for this big giant loaf kitty. And I wanted to do one in black. Well, Missy couldn't find her full skein of Bernat blanket in black. All I could find was a remnant little scrap ball. I knew it wasn't going to be enough to make one this big. And I had gone to Walmart. And of course, my store didn't have any black. No black yarn at all. So I think all the people out there were buying up all the Halloween colors. So Missy decided she was going to use her little scrap ball of the black. And I did my little loaf kitty. Because I have black kitties and I love them. So this is my little spooky black kitty for Halloween. She's going to sit on my shelf all year. I love her. And as soon as I can get my hands on a full ball of black Bernat when they're back in stock, I will be making Ella's giant loaf kitty in black to go with this one and my plumpkin. So yes, the pattern I used for this one is, and I've had this for quite a while. I believe I got it off of Etsy. And it's Cute Loaf Cats by Annie Carraway Art. Handmade by Annie, AnnieCarraway.com. And this is the pattern. And, like I said, I'm thinking it was an Etsy thing. And it's been so long since I got it, I would have to look, but I'm pretty certain it was Etsy. But yeah, so I made this one to go with all of our stuff. Spooky decorations, fun decorations, all that stuff. And she sits next to Plumpkin. She looks so super cute. And I had some other extra little scrap balls, a Bernat blanket laying around. So not only did I make this one, but I made this one. And I believe this is going to be a donation. I'm not sure which place I'm going to donate it to. Sometimes I send them to hospice, and sometimes I do other organizations and everything. But this one was a couple different scrap balls, because I thought I had enough of this one. It didn't end up. So he's got some stripy stuff going on. Anyhow, there's that one. And then I did one that kind of resembles a backwards Siamese. So, yeah. This one is also probably going to be a donation as well. Because a lot of these, I did probably almost 30 of these at the beginning of the summer, because we did a fundraiser for a local cat rescue. My fiance and I did. He smoked pulled pork barbecue and sold it by the pound. And I made a bunch of amigurumis, and mostly kitties, but there was other stuff, because I thought this was apropos for a cat rescue fundraiser. And I sold out of all the kitties. I think I only had maybe 3 things left, but all the kitties were gone. And I had people calling me and messaging me because they didn't get one and they wanted one. So I kind of got kitty burnout and didn't do them for a while. But they are fun to make. They're easy peasy, great scrap projects. But yeah, so I decided I would get some more made, because I have a lot of scrap balls of Bernat, and I figured they're great little donation projects too. So yeah, so there's that one. And then I have been working on several other things. And Nova from Nova Gnome Creations has been doing 13 days of Halloween, where every day she's pulling a little slip of paper out of her magic cauldron and giving us a theme for the day. And I've gotten several of the things done for the theme of the day. I actually sent her some of the pictures earlier. I haven't done them all, but if I get a chance before the deadline, I think it's Wednesday, then I'll get those over to her. I'm not sure because I will be in Nashville almost all afternoon, morning and afternoon tomorrow. I have a specialist appointment for my eyes with the neuro-optometrist because we're not sure if the MS is messing with my vision, with the issues I've been having going on. So one of the things I did for her theme of the day was a snake. And I've got him wrapped like a little pretzel. And I did him in the same colors that I did my Beetlejuice pumpkin sitting back here. Because I wanted him to be able to sit with the Beetlejuice pumpkin for Halloween. And I thought he turned out pretty cute. I didn't use a pattern. I freehanded it. But Ella had talked about she found a pattern where it wasn't just round starting off because the head just looks weird, where it starts off with like a chain and you go around. And then, so I kind of went off of there because I couldn't find one and I can't remember where she said she got it. And then I kind of did some increases to kind of make a little rise on the head and then started going down. But yeah, this was my little snake. And I didn't want it too super huge. And I was using up scrap balls of yarn. And then the next project I did, I had been wanting to make this for a while. I actually have two different ghosty patterns. But this one was pulling at me to get done first. And unfortunately, I didn't get to the other one. But this one is Ghost and Pumpkin by Yana Yarnova. And I believe this one was off of Etsy. But this is the pattern. And it turned out pretty good. I used, I can't find the label. I think I put it away in my pile already. Because I saved my yarn labels till the end of the year. And then what I do is I total up my yardage and then I break it down into how many miles of yarn I have crocheted for the year. So I'm kind of excited to see how many miles I have crocheted of yarn. But here's my ghosty. He turned out pretty cute. I don't remember if it was Bernat Blanket. It might have been the Walmart Mainstays in white in the blanket yarn. But I did his little cute pumpkin in just Red Heart Super Saver in the orange and this spring green color. But yeah, and he's got little sparkly blue eyes. But yeah, this was my little ghosty. And my cat keeps eyeballing it. I'm worried she's going to try and take off with it. But yeah. And then next, this pattern actually has not been released. I am not sure if he intends on releasing it or not. But I'm not sure if you have heard of to one of the new kids on the streets, new kids on the block. His name is Chris, and he goes by Naughty Bear Studio. He makes patterns for his own amigurumis. He has his own different little character line. He's extremely creative. He started blogging earlier this summer, and I first saw him shortly after he dropped his introduction video. And I was intrigued. I watched it. He is super awesome. So I subscribed. I've been watching him ever since. And he pretty much blogs about starting an at-home business with his crochet and patterns and starting an online Etsy shop and the trials and tribulations that go on with that, because some things work, some things don't. How do you pivot? Just really all around. He gives you tidbits of information when you're into that kind of stuff, if you're starting one of those. And, you know, just the daily life of a creative yarn addict at work, pretty much. So I was talking to him, and he sent me through email this little pattern, and I told him that I would show it. And he's so stinking cute. But like I said, I'm not sure if he's going to release this or not. If he does, I will let you know. But he does have an Etsy shop, and I will link him in the description box below so that you can find his Etsy shop and also his YouTube channel. I think you guys would like him if you haven't heard of him. He's really super cool. And just an all-round, he is so much fun to watch. But he came out with this pattern, and he called it Argy, which is short for like the scientific name for some kind of spider up there in Canada, but he shortened it up and called it Argy. This is Argy. And Argy sits on his own web and swings. And it was a great little make with scrap yarn. So much fun. And he writes patterns awesome. I actually had to get another pattern. But yeah, this is Argy. Isn't he cute? But yeah, you guys should go over there and check out Chris at Knotty Bear. Like I said, I'll link him. And thank you, Chris. He was a joy to make. I love him. I have a little spot back here for him to hang. And that's going to be his permanent home for the time being, until I have to move stuff around, which hopefully won't be anytime soon. But yeah. So Argy has a new home in my yarn room, and I love him. So that is my Amigurumi Monday recap. I have a couple more ideas on what I want to do. I've sat and wrote them down. I'm not exactly sure what I want to start making first because Halloween is almost here. So it's kind of late for me to start any more of that kind of stuff. And I know the holidays are quickly approaching, and there's some gifts that I need to get made, plus some donation things I need to get made. And plus Amanda over at Obsessive Crochet Lady is getting ready to start her new segment on Mondays, Megan Lap Madness Mondays, and I'm super excited for that. I'm going to join in with her on making some Megan Lap patterns because I have a couple of her books. I have the last two that she came out with. I don't have the first one yet. I'm anxiously awaiting for the new one that will be coming out, the mushroom one. And I also have a bunch of her patterns. So this is going to give me an excuse to make more of them besides the Impkins. And if any of you have been doing the Impkin along with Amanda and Sam over at Memphis Makes, we know that that segment is about to end. They are about to get us ready to do the last one for the year, for November and December. And I'm sad. I'm sad that it's going to end, but all good things must come to an end. And I'm sure whatever they have planned to replace the Year of the Impkins is going to be just as fun and enjoyable for everybody. And I look forward to it. So anyhow, with that recap, I shall let you guys go. Sorry, this video is a little late getting out. I had a lot going on today and some health issue stuff that was going on. And then Amanda asked me to come up on panel while I was in the chat of her live. So I went up and joined her in there for a while. And then, of course, lifey stuff. I had to cook dinner, clean up the kitchen. Yeah, and now I've got to get ready to go to bed because I have to get up extremely early to head to Nashville tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that drive, and I don't like the city. Thank goodness I don't have to go that often, but I'm also looking forward to seeing if there is anything they can do about my eyes. I'm so tired of seeing 2 and 3 of everything and my eyes constantly shifting back and forth. Yeah. Like I said, they're trying to figure out if it's an MS thing or whatever. I don't know. If we don't even find any answers, at least I'll know and we can go from there on what to do. So anyhow, with that, I shall say good night and thank you for coming in. And for those of you who have been with me since the beginning or thereabouts, thank you for keep coming back and listening to me ramble about my adventures in crochet. And for those of you that are new, welcome in. I hope you continue to join all of us and have fun and follow along on my yarny adventures. So I shall say good night for now. And until next time, create something every day and keep reaching for the stars in your yarn. Till next time, I hope you all have a great evening. I love you all. Bye.